Now I'm the king of the swingers, oh, the jungle VIP. I've reached the top and had to stop, and that's what's bothering me.
Good afternoon everybody, Sports Trading Hall here from Sports Trading UK. Just got an hour spare, so I thought I'd do a little bit of horse racing for you this afternoon. It's a bit later in the afternoon, so I'll probably only get 2, 3, maybe 4 races out. So the first one I've done here is I've opened a trade on this West Cork Flash. It's normally a front runner, so I'm just hoping it jumps out on the front and I can nick these ticks. Don't know if you can see how I've got my software set up. I'm trying to make £4, well £3.89, but I have set a stop loss in case it gets a bad start and it goes backwards. Alright, so I've stop lossed it at £5.67. My real angle on this race, what I want to do is I want to lay this favourite, okay, but I don't want to lay it at that price, so I'm hoping it runs well and then I can lay it a bit later on. So let me just turn around and see what's happening in the race and see what if my one has gone indeed out in the front. And it has. It's gone out in front, so I should get matched very quickly. And there you go, a quick £3.89 profit there. So for my second part of the trade now, I'm wanting to lay this water what goal. Okay, so let's see what happens. Might as well watch the race with me. But I'm wanting it to trade down first of all before I lay it. I could have laid it at that price, to be honest with you. I don't think it'll win, but let's see what's happening. So this West Cork Flash, it's done what I thought it would do. It's jumped out in the front, so it's traded down a little bit lower for me, but I don't think it'll win the race unless it really stays prominent. So again, I just wanted to nick a few quid there. Important that I had that stop loss set there. Alright, so something for you to learn by. So it's a long race this, 3 miles 1 furlong, so I don't want to keep you hanging on forever, so I'll come back if I lay the horse. If not, I'll come back at the end of the race. It looks like it's travelling okay with the price, so hopefully we'll get a lay on it and I'll come back to you soon. Okay, so this is a shocking race. I have got matched, as you can see, at 2.1 and the price is jumping up and down all over the place. Okay, I still don't think it's going to win, but discretion is a better part of valour here. I'm going to try and get out of this trade for £8 profit. So hopefully it'll bounce up again and we can get out. If not, we've lost 20 quid. It's absolutely terrible race this. It should bounce up, and there's enough in this race, to be honest with you, for us to get out of this trade. It's going all over the place, as you can see. Perhaps shouldn't have tried to get that much. Okay, so let's revise tactics a little bit here. It is bouncing up. I should get matched. There we go. So I have got matched at 11.89. So you can see the price is going up and down all over the place. What's happening is that there's 3 horses contending this and it's changing all over, so and it looks like this Water Wagtail is indeed going to win, so we've made the right decision about coming out of this market. So you've always got that option when you're trading the horses. It was just a stupid race, to be honest with you. There were mistakes being made all over the place, so sometimes when you're trading, discretion is a better part of valour. So we took us £8 on that Water Wagtail and we'd already got £3.89 on this West Cork Flash, so we've managed to make a little bit of green. We're back on the next one. Okay, on to the next one. I'm not a massive fan of all-weather racing, to be honest with you, but entertainment for the video. This Red Runaway, it steamed down this morning, but then the price has just stayed quite static. It's pretty much of a hold-up horse here, so I'm expecting it to trade a little bit higher. So if you can see, I've got my back there waiting at 3.20, so I'm hoping it's going to trade up higher. I can jump on and then I'll back to lay it. If it doesn't work, then I might even cancel this lay, to be honest with you, but let's see how the race pans out. To be honest, I can't really find an angle on this race. With it steaming down here, it might not trade up, it might just carry on coming down, in which case I'll just have to come out of the trade. So if we get a trade on this one, we get a trade. If we don't, then we don't. So let's see what happens. I'll come back to you when it sets off. Okay, so we're into the race now, about halfway, and it did trade up to around about here, this 2.9 level, perhaps a little bit higher, but I didn't get matched at this 3.2, so I'm just going to cancel the trade now. Because if it does come out again, now it's down to these sort of low prices. It might go out and then come back in, but I'm not willing to risk it because they sometimes go backwards once they hit that 3.0 level. They sometimes go backwards very, very quickly. So it's going to be interesting to see how the race does pan out. Perhaps I got a little bit greedy there, to be fair, trying to get 3.2. I perhaps should have just tried to get just under 3.0, and then I would have got out at around about 2, and it would have hit that 2 mark, so I would have made a nice trade on it. Now it's at this sort of price. If it does go backwards, it will go backwards very, very quickly, so there's no point in me trying that plan. So it doesn't always work. They're just real unedited videos just for training purposes. These, you're just seeing it exactly how I'm seeing it, and you're hearing exactly what I'm thinking about the race. So we can't always get a trade. Come back on the next one. Okay, next race, 505 Southall. Again, as I've said, I'm not a big fan of all weather, but let's see if we can make a little bit of green. Back to Alder. Is it Alder or? Ideally, not very good at pronouncing things, as you can probably tell. I'm just a thick Yorkshireman. I'm expecting it to front run, to be honest with you, so I'm expecting it to trade down. Don't know what's going to win the race. It's not a really good grade race, to be honest with you. There's a lot of rubbish running, but anyway, let's see if we can make a bit of green as it trades down. I want to see how it starts, if it does go off in front. So I haven't set any figure what I'm wanting to get for this race first of all. So just want to see what happens, and then I might take a little bit. I might try and stay in for a bit more. I'm not going to set a stop loss for this one either. Because I am expected to front run, and with it being a flat race, it should, if it does trade up, it shouldn't trade up too far, but I've been wrong before, I'll probably be wrong again, so let's see what happens. It's nicer it starts to come down in your favour before it starts. With it being a front runner, you sometimes do get a lot of the dob people jumping on it, so it sometimes does steam down just before the off. You can go the other way as well, so you are risking it, but as long as you've got it profiled properly. I think I said in my last video, don't just go out and blindly back front runners, okay? It will not work. You'll back a front runner and it will be out in front, and you'll actually see the price rise. So it's not a system where I'm coming in saying to you back front runners, alright? They're just a very particular sort of horse. Price influence it, and the other horses in the market as well. So do not just go out and do this and back front runners. Remember, as you've seen, I don't always back front runners. I've sometimes got different angles for the race, but I don't want to get in a load of abuse on YouTube, people saying to me that they've backed all the front runners and they've lost a fortune. So it's a very specialised way of doing it. I know it looks like I'm backing a lot of front runners, but that's just because what I've got them profiled for, and it doesn't always work, as you might well see in this race. Anyway, I'll come back to you when the race gets off, and we'll see if we can make some green. Okay, so welcome back. It has jumped out in front, so you can see it is trading just slightly lower than its mark. I'm wanting a little bit more than the quid that's on offer there, so it's trading down nicely now because it is front running. So there's something up with it, so we're going to trade out of this shortly. It'll find it difficult to break through this 2.0 barrier, so I'm just trying to take 4 quid profit. Hopefully that'll get matched. It should do. Come on, take my money. Should get matched any second. I'm very high up in the queue. It's just trying to force down. There we go. We just took £4.12 profit. If it breaks through this 2 barrier, it really will go down quite quickly. But it's a crap race, to be honest with you, so I'm just happy that I haven't been able to take some profit out of it. See, it's jumping about now all over the place. Let me turn around and see what's happening. It is still leading, but there's one right on its tail, which is this one, this horse here, this Arrowetta. So bounced about all over the place. It's traded down as low as 1.92. It really is anyone's race, this. So let's see what happens. See what it trades down to. It's hovering around about this 2 level. At this stage now, I'm just quite happy I'm out of this trade. Alright, I've not made much, but I've made a little bit. So okay, let's turn around. No one's out of this. It's a long 1 mile 6 furlongs, so virtually everyone's in it now, apart from the few that's at the back. This Cape Safari's coming, this Arrowetta's coming back, and now this the favourites going on there. So it'll just be interesting to see who wins this race for you. So we might as well stick to it and see what happens. Let's have a look what the favourite has traded down to, see how much we could have made. Yeah, so the favourite has traded right down to 1.60, so we could have made a little bit more, but I'm happy with my £4. I would have stopped lost it as well. I wouldn't have let it go past about £8 red. I'd have come out of the trade, so I weren't risking £20 to win 4. I'd never advocate that. Now you see the market's just been bouncing all over the place. Poor race. I shouldn't have traded it, to be honest with you. I've only done it because I've got the video open for you. Didn't want to make it too boring, and it looks like the favourite is going to go ahead and win the race. Yeah, he is. It's trading down at this sort of level. And there we go. The favourite did win it, but I got me £4 profit early on, which I'm happy with. See you on the next one. Okay, so the next one's dog shit national hunt flat race at Wincanton. I'm not going to trade on this. I've no real stats or anything to go on, so although I'm trying to force a few trades out, so I've got something to show you, I'm certainly not going to force one where I've no clue whatsoever, so I'm not going to do a thing on this race. The other meeting, the Irish one at Leopardstown, not a big fan of Irish racing either, not a lot to go on either, so I've not been looking at those, so I've just been looking at Lingfield, Southall and Wincanton, to be honest with you, but I can't find out in this one. Hopefully I'll find something at Southall and Lingfield for you for the next 2, but we'll see anyway. Okay, so the favourite did win that one at Wincanton, but not overly bothered about that one. Next one at Lingfield is a piece of crap and all, to be honest with you. Don't know if I'll bother with this. This Bert the Alert's been fancied in the market, so as long as it sets off well, that should carry on trading down quite nicely. But I can't really find an angle on this one, so just going to do, I've got a couple of minutes, just going to do a little bit more study on the sort of running styles and what they've traded down, and then I might come back and do a trade. If not, I'll see if the last one at Southall, see if I can find anything on that one. Okay, I've decided to take a little bit of a punt on this Dr. Finlay. There's not a lot of pace in this race, so I'm hoping that this guy will go out in front and I can just nick a few ticks like I did last time. So it's drifted down a little bit for me, and then it's going back up. It's down about this figure a couple of minutes ago. I could have took this £2.86 and I very nearly did, to be honest with you, but let's see how it goes for the video. As I say, no real pace here, so if this Bert the Alert doesn't go off, and then we might be able to just nick a few ticks on this Dr. Finlay, so let's hope we can. Okay, so I'll miss that, but hopefully you can see that at 6.4 I put it in at 5.1 and just got matched very quickly. I was only after a fiver, like I say, wasn't after a great deal in this race. It has gone off. It hasn't gone off in front actually, but it's in a prominent position, so that's why it's traded down. But I was lucky because what happened, this second favourite, something happened, it didn't come out of the stalls properly, etc. So all of them traded down really quickly, so I got a little bit lucky there. But this Dr. Finlay is being it's just tracking the leader, to be honest with you, so I would have got the trade down anyway. I would have got me ticks or after for me £5 profit, but a bit of luck's always good. This Bert the Alert's not travelling brilliantly, to be honest with you, but it's still doing enough to hold its price. It has come down to this level, but again, that's mainly to do with the second favourite. This Dr. Finlay's now really travelling quite nicely, so we could have got a little bit more out of this trade, but again, I'm happy with my fiver. I would have stopped lost it again. In sort of races of this size, you can get out, because what will happen is that even if it bounces up, it'll stay around about the sort of level, so you can get out manually. You don't have to stop loss it. So I'll come back to you at the end of the race anyway, because it's always interesting to see how they finish and what price they have traded down to. But it's running a good race actually, this Dr. Finlay. So let's speak again in a bit. So we're getting into the last stages of the race now. The two prominent ones are the favourite, Bert the Alert, and this Dr. Finlay, what we selected. So we could have had a really good trade out of this, but as I say, not a race I was overly fond of, to be honest with you. I'd have probably left it alone if I weren't doing this video, but I just wanted to have a look and just show you an option, and as per usual, it's going to win the race, so we could have had a nice 5.5 to 1 winner there, but that's the way it goes. I'll see if I can find anything for the last at Southwell, but if not, it's been Sports Trading Al for Sports Trading UK, and I hope you've enjoyed my video. I'll see you on the next one. Just had a quick look through the card at Southwell. There's a couple what I could go for, but I'm just going to end the video here actually. I've got a couple of things to do. I want to prepare for the football tonight as well, and maybe a little bit of tennis. If you want to pop along and see us, you can see us forum here and us site. The site's been updated at the moment, so I'll post a new link to the site. If I get this up on YouTube in time, we will be trading the football over at the site tonight. Our lead trader Kev will be leading the trade wherever we do. It'll probably be on the Chelsea game, but over at the site we do the football, the cricket at the moment. I'm heavily involved in the cricket. You might have seen some of my other videos on that, but our lead football trader and site owner Kev, he'll be well into the football. I'll be alongside. I will be trading it as well, the football, but I normally take a step back and let Kevin do that one, let Kevin decide what trades. So please pop over and join us. So once again, Sports Trading Al, Sports Trading UK signing out. I'll see you in my next one.